wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the Doretta D. Rose report. What's going on new in wrestling? Here it is. Stan, the man with the stopwatch hand, he says last night's episode of NXT had 23 minutes of in-ring action, up from the previous week. WWE's shop website has released a new Randy Orton top rope t-shirt, new Diva t-shirts, and a new Steve Austin hat to cover your bald head. Alright, Evan Bourne, he wrote the following regarding last Monday's announcement that where he probably would have faced Sin Cara on that show, but I don't know, technical difficulties, I guess. He says, I love the recount, and it's about time Sin Cara and I spark a high-flying rivalry, which I think would be a great match, if they let him go. No interference and all that crap. Voting's now open on WWE's website for the next NXT elimination. Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, Conor O'Brien are the final three. Going into the elimination, O'Brien's got 3 redemption points, Young has 7, O'Neil has 22. I don't know if that's going to pull any weight with the voters. Rob Van Dam, he's advertised to appear at the Los Angeles Comic Con, and it's going to be taking place November 24th, 25th at Los Angeles Convention Center, Los Angeles, California, of course. PWI Insider reports yesterday that TNA wrestling officials suspended Matt Hardy due to constantly arriving late at events. Well, anyway, ProWrestling.net adds that his suspension was also due to the video he posted online of himself urging Jeff Hardy to stun Reby Sky, Matt's girlfriend, with a taser. Oh, man. Anyway, Hardy was left off last week's Impact Wrestling in Orlando due to the aforementioned reason. Matt Hardy tweets the following statement in response to online reports. Just checked in with the headlines on the net. They make me smile. Everything's cool in life. Love it. It's 95 out, but I'm not even sweating. Cool. TNA Knockout Tara has launched her official website at reallisamarie.com. Fan in attendance, this is strange. Fan in attendance at Sunday's WWE Capital Punishment pay-per-view reports that he was asked to take off his American Wolves t-shirt. The Wolves are a tag team, if you don't know, of Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards, and they usually compete in Ring of Honor and some other indie promotions, but we're just getting picky now. Anyway, there's a word that Teddy Long came out after last night's WWE SmackDown taping, which is already over with, in Hershey, Pennsylvania, made Christian versus Randy Orton in a street fight match for the world title. Both Sheamus and Mark Henry interfered, but all three caught the RKO from Orton, ending the show and sending everybody happy except those three. Speaking of Sheamus, though, while he did appear in the dark match of last night's taping, he did not appear in the TV part of the show, playing on the hunt. Christian earned the right to face Randy Orton for the World Title Championship at next month's Money in the Bank pay-per-view after winning number 1 contendership at tonight's SmackDown taping in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which actually it's last night, but just depends on when you're watching it. Anyway, we'll see it Friday. Friday. That's right. Anyway, here's some of the top matches so far confirmed for the Money in the Bank. July 17th, Chicago. CM Punk taking on John Cena for the WWE title. World Heavyweight title match, Christian versus Randy Orton. And we got some Money in the Bank ladder matches coming up. MVP Sports Collectible announced proudly and presents autograph session with WWE legend Bret Hart. June 25th, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. This is kind of a neat deal. Bret's going to be signing from 2 to 4 o'clock at Jack FM parking lot. And there's going to be autographs. They're going to be $25 each, or 3 photos for $60. That ain't the neat part. As well as there's going to be a limited edition Canadian flag photo for $50. And a private dinner with Bret Hart is available on a limited ticket basis. This includes dinner and limited to 30 tickets, and each of the 30 guests will dine and listen to stories that only a true wrestling legend fan could appreciate. would love to sit there and hear some stories and talk to him and things like that at dinner. Of course, I'd probably miss the meal and be talking like I'm doing now. In addition, each guest is going to be receiving a special autographed photo. Tickets on the event are going fast, so you got to reserve it at MVP Sports. You'll probably do it on the net or call. I would. As noted before, last night's 3-hour Raw did a 3.1 cable rating over the 3 hours and a 3.3 rating in the normal 2 hours. The entire 3-hour show averaged about 4.75 million people, with about 4.3 million in the first hour, 5.3 million in the second hour, and 5.1 million in the third hour. Just in case you're keeping tabs, it's the only reason I'll let you know that. Natalya, AJ Lee, Caitlyn versus Tamina. Alicia Fox, Rosa Mendez was taped tonight in Hershey, Pennsylvania for WWE Superstar on their website. And as noted before, a dark match before tonight's WWE NXT taping in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Johnny Curtis defeated Tyson Kidd. Kidd teased on his Twitter this morning that tonight's taping will be the next step for him, but so far it looks like he's limited to dark matches right now. Zack Ryder, he's going to be main eventing tonight's episode of NXT against season rookie Titus O'Neil, and here's some of the matches set for tonight's show. Hang on. All right, about 3 hours has went by since I just talked to you. So let me see where I left off at. Okay, Yossi Tatsu, Conor O'Brien, and Vladimir Kozlov takes on JTG, Chavo Guerrero, and Darren Young at NXT. That's on their website. Zack Ryder versus Titus O'Neil also. Anyway, in light of technical difficulties that occurred during the Power to the People edition of Raw Monday night, WWE is going to make it up to fans and put the match between Sin Cara and Evan Bourne on next week's show, which should have been done last Monday. WWE.com added, during Monday's Raw broadcast, WWE fans were given the option to text ABC to whatever in order to decide what they wanted to happen on the show. Things went perfectly at first, and then text voting selected Kelly option B to take on Brie Bella for the Diva Championship. However, our vote tabulation provider system became overwhelmed, causing the votes to definitely affect the following contest, which was Mason Ryan, also was option B, was voted into the match. So some of Kelly's option B from the match before went over to Mason Ryan's option B. That was all leftover votes. They didn't clear out the memory or whatever they have. So anyway, Sin Cara received 90% of the votes on WWE.com live chat poll, and that should be Evan Bourne's opponent, or should have been. Sheamus is scheduled for autograph signing at Kmart, Oakton Street, Des Plaines, Illinois. Signing is going to be taking place Sunday, July 17th, 11 a.m. Be there. Johnny Curtis beat Tyson Kidd in the dark match prior to last night's SmackDown taping, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Gunner posted a anti-tribute on his Twitter, responding to wrestling fans criticizing Impact Wrestling Matters initiative. Says, shoot, why don't you realize first Wrestling Matters is the whole package, promos, matches, and everything. It takes stories to build good matches. Gunner wrote, I know everyone has his opinion, but don't be an idiot. Hey, wrestling is a whole bunch. Well, he goes on from there. Said there's Gunner's 2 cents worth. Fools. Man. Alex Shelley faces Okada. Looks like in the first round of his TNA Explosion Championship Challenge. And TNA's champion Mickie James and winner have been announced for Legends of the Ring 13, which takes place Saturday, October 8th, Crown Plaza, Monroe, New Jersey. Christopher Daniels being featured on Impact's latest Why Wrestling Matters. Hey, thank you guys for clicking. I gotta go.